Listen, I'm not going to go down the path of, the Thunder are set up for long-term success, even though everything points to that with their age and their assets for Sam Presti. I mean, what happened last year at this time, we're talking about Celtics could be a dynastic team and yada, yada, yada. There's aprons and Achilles and stuff like that. So what is the resonation you think that is going to come out of the Thunder win? Copycats around the league trying to figure it out? What do you think is the rippling effect in this NBA pond here, Brian?
Well, the big thing that the Thunder have going for them is that two of their three best players are really young. I mean, Shea is young too, but Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams are on the first year of they're in the first contracts. It's almost like having in the NFL having a quarterback who's on his rookie deal, who's great. You don't have to spend a big portion of your salary cap. So next year, the Thunder are not going to have any salary stressors because Chet and Jalen Williams are going to be on the first rookie deals. And even after they extend their contracts, which is I expect to happen this summer, those numbers will start off relatively low. Mm-hmm. And so they're not under the same stress as some of these other teams are where they have to break up the team because they're facing second apron pressure. And not only that, but the Thunder have 15 first-round draft picks over the next 7 years, including two. They have two tomorrow night, including the 15th pick. And by the way, they have a player who sat out this year that nobody knows about unless you're Serbian or you're a big Thunder fan, Topic, who basically got drafted last year. He slipped to the Thunder in the back of the lottery because he had a torn ACL. So he's the guy who can come in next year and do it. So even if they have to slice off some players because they start facing salary pressure, it'll be role players and they're completely, positioned to continue to draft players. Like they can still draft guys that, like if you look at these, let's say between Topic, the two guys that they draft tomorrow night, and if you look at next year, they've got 3 first-round picks. Let's say out of those 6 players, only 2 of them work out. Okay, that's a low batting average for Sam Presti. Let's say only 2 of them work out over that 3-year run. They could let 2 of their other players that could be more expensive go and then still have those role players to put next to their big 3, which are going to be under contract. So I would never make assumptions about the future. The idea that right now I would be talking about the Celtics breaking their team up a little bit after what I watched a year ago is a reminder of reality. But I knew the Celtics were headed to the second apron. The Thunder could avoid the second apron and keep these 3 players years into the future. And that gives them an opportunity to really do something special.
Okay. Last one for you. You said multiple times in this interview, I'm just stating facts. You can draw your own conclusions. 8 different franchises have won, 9 different franchises have won a title in Adam Silver's first 12 years as commissioner after 8 different franchises won in the 30 years of the David Stern era. Are we done with the super team stuff in the NBA, Brian?
Well, I just detailed how the Thunder could maybe do it, but these aprons are anti-super team measures. And so basically the idea of having a big 3, the only way you're going to be able to really afford to put together a competitive team with 3 enormous salary players is if you're in a situation that maybe like the Thunder are where you have the ability to bring in a whole bunch of extra role players, and maybe for a while those players aren't at the highest salary. Part of the reason why you're seeing such a robust market for Kevin Durant was because he had a list, but part of it was because you got to be real careful bringing in a guy like Kevin Durant or bringing in any player that makes $50 million when he may not be your best player. Or be regarded as being your best player. Even though at this stage of his career, Kevin is sort of maybe ideal as a guy who shares the load. And so it's going to be very hard under the current rules to have your third salary. When I say your third salary, you can have 2 max players, but your third big salary, that guy's got to be a killer. And, in the case of Oklahoma City, that's going to be the case. But, yeah, I think right now, if you look at the teams that made it to the end and you look at the teams that thrived during the regular season, even if you're looking at the Cavs or you're looking at the Celtics, it's teams that have depth The Thunder have depth up and down their lineup. The Pacers had 8 different guys averaging double figures just during the finals. The copycat is depth, and depth is not having 3 guys making all the money and then having a bunch of minimum salary guys filling out the other 9 spots.
I mean, no doubt. I mean, why would the Thunder say, hey, we're in such great position because we built the team the way we built it, and then go the super team road? That makes no sense. I mean, they wouldn't do it. I mean, right? I mean, that's...
Well, yeah, well, I mean, we have to see how their draft picks mature. We have to see what type of contracts these guys sign. I mean, the Thunder got in trouble last time they had 3 great players by trying to get away with not paying all of them the max. That's what happened with James Harden. So I think they will be very careful not doing that. But, they are uniquely positioned to be able to extend the window before reaching the second apron longer than other teams who would, for example, like a team like Denver, they let veteran players, support players walk because of the cost of their highest 3 paid players. And it's cost them. They have lost in Game 7 the last 2 years after winning the championship. And I can't predict what would happen if something didn't happen. But if they had their roster intact from 2 years ago, they may have multiple championships by now. But the stresses of the league and the forced talent sharing that is put down by the aprons and the luxury tax forced Denver to not keep its team together. Oklahoma City is in a position where they may be able to do so, but other teams are not going to be in that position.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.